Yoga.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Daniel here once again. Now you might be thinking, Daniel, where are you right now? And why are you not in your office? Let me tell you this. We are here at a special location so that I can give you a winter update on my E46. Due to the harsh winter in Canada, I really want to push more E46 content for everybody out there for you guys to see. And I know you have been asking for more videos on the BMW. So here we are at my storage unit where my E46 lives right now. And I want to show you my winter setup on how I store the car and how it's parked. Let's go. Here we are, guys. My BMW E46. We are at the storage right now, and as you can tell from my breath, it is actually very cold here right now. I think it's like -9 today, but I wanted to show you guys how I store my BMW E46 for the winter. So, starting off, let me show you how I keep my battery charged. At the back, we have a battery trickler. This is a must-need in Canadian winters, where you should be charging your battery so that it doesn't die. Now, this battery trickler I've had for a long while, and I'm not sure if it's the best one out there in the market, but you can hit up your local Canadian Tire store or whatever utility store to pick one up at a very easy, low cost. Now, I leave that charging throughout the whole winter time. By the time I am ready to take it out, the car should be fully charged and should be fully running. Next up, let's talk about how to park your E46 BMW. Now, in my personal opinion, I feel like it's best to leave the handbrake disengaged so that afterwards, when you take it out for the summer or springtime, your rotors and your brake pads don't get seized together. It happened to me many times before, and let me tell you, it is not fun when you're trying to break that surface rust. So what I do is I leave the handle brake disengaged and I put a piece of wood wedged in front of the wheel so that the car does not roll forward. Next up, what I like to do is I personally like to keep my tires a little bit overinflated. Now, the recommended PSI for BMW E46 is around 35 to 38 PSI. What I personally like to do is I like to pump it up so that they're at least up until 40 PSI, which might not be recommended, but in my personal opinion, over the course of winter, the PSI levels start to drop lower, and once it drops to 0, you will have a really nasty flat spot on your tire. Now, you might be asking, Daniel, what about the interior of the car? What do you do to keep your interior mint and moisture free? Personally, what I like to do is I usually, of course, roll up all the windows, lock your car, and make sure that you periodically check for any spider webs or any things that could release moisture. This might be not the best practice, but in my personal opinion, I usually just make sure that everything is sealed tight, the garage closed at all costs. I know everybody is very anxious to see the interior of the car, and I am very, very anxious myself to show you the mods that I have in the interior, but unfortunately, this car is lacking the paperwork to be on the road once again. And so until then, I am just going to give you a short and brief update on my winter storage setup, and of course tell you a little bit about the plans that I have for the summertime. So wrapping things off in this video, I guess I can give a prelude on what I'm going to do for spring and summer. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is probably get the battery, take a look at, or even the alternator. I feel like the battery is not charging anymore, or it could be a faulty alternator. So I gotta take care of the maintenance work on this BMW E46 first. Secondly, I want to get some body work done. I want to take it to my local body shop and get some rock chips and maybe some surface rust fixed and tend to, so that I don't have any problems in the near future. And last but not least, some cosmetic work. I have a splitter piece, I think it's ABS plastic, the back over here. What I plan to do is I plan to measure it out and cut it and add on the front splitter so that I can get a more aggressive look. Aside from that, this car, once again, has no paperwork and can't put it on the road. So for now, I'm gonna be daily driving my SUV. If you wanna see more content of that, let me know. I can definitely shoot some. But until then, see you next time.